So I haven't covered a lot of the more affordable tablets, and this is one of them you can get here from Alldocube. Now I picked this up from Banggood. It is called the Alldocube iPlay 50 Pro. It offers a lot for its price point of under $200 US. It does have 4G support, dual SIM, micro SD card support, 3.5mm headphone jack, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And it does have the chipset, the Helio G99, so sufficient enough for just light tablet kind of needs. Now the screen, I've seen a lot of this model before, 10.4 inches, 1200 by 2000 is our resolution with this model. It's fully laminated. So I'll let you know all the pros and cons of the Alldocube iPlay 50 in this review, or whether or not I think it's a model you should consider. So this is what you will find in the box. We've got a SIM tray tool there, so you can insert a SIM and a micro SD card. There is a Type A to Type C USB cable, and our charger. This is a very small one, EU plug as you can see there, and it's only 10 watts, but it does support the tablet up to 18 watts with power delivery. It is a 10.4-inch tablet, and the weight of it isn't bad. It's 466 grams, and the thickness is 8.4 millimeters. So this is an alloy unibody. Along the top here, this strip here, that is plastic, and this is for the wireless antenna reception. The aerials are located in here. We'll also have the aerial there for the Bluetooth and for the 4G and our GPS that this does have. There's just these stickers on the back. You can remove those two here, but you can't remove this. So storage capacity, 128 gigabytes, and that is UFS 2.1 spec. And our screen, this has rather large bezels, as you can see. So the back camera on the rear of it, that's 8 megapixels. This one here is 5. On the left-hand side, you will find our power on button, volume up and down. Those are made out of plastic. It has dual loudspeakers. They're okay. They're not the greatest. I'll give you a sample of them later on in this review. And then you will find on the right-hand side, we've got, yes, a 3.5mm headphone jack. Wow, that is a rarity. Quite strange to find them now on tablets, but the affordable one still has it, which is good. That other speaker, and then, of course, our Type-C port. Now, that's only USB 2 speed, so this transfers via it are very slow, and it does support up to, according to Alldocube, 18 watt power delivery, fast charging, but that included charger that I showed you just before, well, it's only the 10 watts, so you're not going to get the maximum speeds. You need to use a power delivery supporting charger, or the QC, which doesn't support. Qualcomm's Quick Charge is only for Qualcomm chips, and of course this is using MediaTek. Up the top is where you'll find our microphone, and you can place voice calls with this. So if you have a call and you answer it on the tablet and you don't have a headset plugged in, there's 3.5mm with mic support, of course, then it just goes through the loudspeakers and uses that microphone. Now the SIM tray will take, you can see, 2 nano SIMs or a micro SD card. I've tested 128 gigabytes. No problems, works fine with it. So good having this option, and it does have LTE band 20. So there is the dialer for the voice calls, text messages right here with the message app, and FM radio, but you will need to plug in some headphones. Now I do have one big complaint with this screen here, and that is the brightness of it. So right now I've actually got it set to the absolute maximum, and it should be overpowering my current camera settings, but clearly it isn't, maybe just a little. So if I tone it down a bit, you can see what the screen is like. So the maximum brightness here is 228 nits, and this really is not bright enough, I feel, for a tablet. If you use it indoors, it's going to look pretty much what you're looking at right now, which is fine, okay? It's good. Now, you see a little bit of shimmering here and some lines. That's to do with my camera focus, the current settings. You don't see that in person. It's not a bad screen. So 10.4 inches, IPS 2000 by 1200 is the resolution. It's just that brightness. It really should be a lot brighter, and yeah, the bezels make it look a little bit dated. It's running stock Android 12 here, and I'll show you the settings we get for display. There are a few in here. So we have mirror vision, being the fact that it's a MediaTek powered tablet right here too. You've got your dark option there too, and the brightness you see right now at 93% isn't really that good. Adaptive brightness, you can turn this on. There is an ambient light sensor there. We have the dual SIM support, FM radio too. So there's a lot on board with a tablet like this. Under advanced, you do have the option for colors, but you can see here the menu, it doesn't actually say what it is, nor does it do anything. So that's another con there, that you can't adjust the colors. Maybe you find this white just a little bit too bluish, you want to make it more neutral, maybe a bit of a warm white. Well, sadly, you can't do that with the included display settings that we have. You'd have to look and hunt for an application that can do that through Google Play Store, of course, which it does have. Now, gestures most of the time are working, and the fluidity of this ROM, it isn't bad. You occasionally see just a little bit of slowdown and lag. Now, it is only 60 Hertz. You may see somewhere advertised that it's a 90 Hertz screen. No, it's just running at 60 Hertz. Now, running stock Android is great, but it is a version behind now on what it should be. This is Android 12. It really should be shipping out with Android 13. These are your stock apps that you get, and it will help the performance. There's no bloatware on board really at all. PC Mark, that's something I did install myself when I took the screenshot. And they do push out, this is good to see, firmware fixes. So if there are any bugs or anything, they are going to have some updates. And I've had 2 of those already in my time using it, which is great to see, but bear in mind, you're not going to get a major release update. So they will never, Alldocube, release Android 13 for this, or say Android 14. You're going to have to buy the Alldocube iPlay 60 Pro probably for that. Now, battery life, this is excellent considering it's only a 6,000 milliamp hour battery and not say 7,000 or 8,000. It will still go with light use, bear this in mind, light use only, on about 9 to 10, even up to about 11 hours of just very light, just say web browsing, stuff like that, okay? Not gaming. Gaming, you're looking at about 4 to 5 hours. Now, it does have UFS 2.1 on board with the storage, which is good. You can see it's getting reasonably good here, sequential speeds there for the reads at least, and the writes, well, they're a little on the slow end. Random access speeds too are very good, so it won't be the storage that will slow this down. It's the chipset. The Helio G99 is definitely a mid-level kind of chipset, and you'll see soon from the performance. So charging time to go from 22% to 100% here with the 10-watt charger took an hour and 30 minutes. Sorry, 130 minutes, so that's 2 hours and 10 minutes. A bit slow there for the charging speeds. Really should be a little bit quicker. GPS, that is on board, and you can get an accuracy of down to 1 meter. The first lock did take about 40 seconds. It wasn't crazy fast. Unfortunately, there is no hardware compass. You can see it's just always pointing east. That's not on board. So we do have at least this GPS, which is great, and then FM radio, and the LTE band 20 with 4G support, all good. However, Level 3 security cert, we are missing out on this. So that does mean that Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and all those kind of streaming apps are going to be in only just in standard definition, and they don't look particularly good there. So that's what it comes down to with the performance. But I'll get on now and run and show you Antutu. Now this is version 10 of Antutu, so the scores are slightly higher than the previous versions, but getting there, just over 400,000, isn't too bad considering this is an affordable tablet. Now with Genshin running on the lowest possible settings, it is fine, it's playable, so that Antutu score shows that, well, everything, including this game, will be playable, but run on the lowest possible settings. I would not run this game on the high settings because it will lag. Occasionally you do see a few little frame dips, so just notice when the areas load in, especially, you'll watch and see the frames dip down a little bit, but no, it's all playable here, so not a problem playing a demanding game like this. But you saw just then that little tiny freeze, that little lockup that it just did. Then our audio, those speakers, there are 2 of them in stereo, so left and right. Volume is okay. They're not quality speakers. They don't really have much bass to them at all, but the volume is decent enough. And of course, you do have the 3.5mm headphone jack, so really great to be able to still use this. And good if you're going to be playing games as well, because you're going to have there no problems with the latency like you do with Bluetooth. Using Bluetooth isn't always a great solution. So the sample I'm going to play you now is the speakers at 100% volume.
You do ride in the wet, it comes with these mud guards. It also comes with a bike rack. We have lights with it and a 250 watt rear hub motor.
Moving over to the cameras now with our Alldocube iPlay 50 Pro. So they're not that good, these cameras, as you can see from this sample, but at least we do have them. That gives us the option, of course, for video calls. So using things like Skype, WhatsApp video, that is all going to be possible with this tablet, at least because it's got this front 5 megapixel camera and the rear camera, which is 8 megapixels. The rear camera, this is just 1080p, and it tends to pulse in and out. It has some issues with video getting focus, which I've seen a lot of with budget, more affordable tablets. So not great. Your phone will do a much better job than this tablet. So this is a model that does have a lot going for it when you factor in that it's got 4G support, dual SIM LTE band 22. You can add micro SD cards to expand upon the storage. It's got FM radio, even GPS on board, but no hardware compass. The storage speeds are decent. 8 gigabytes of RAM is also good, and the 128 gigabytes we do get with it. And then, of course, the Helio G99, an okay chipset. It's not incredibly fast, but it performs okay with the stock Android 12 ROM that it does have. So getting into those cons, they are typical ones of these more affordable tablets that I do cover, that there's no widevine level 1 cert. So Netflix, standard definition, sadly. The screen should be brighter. It's only about 228 nits. It's a little dull. It's fine for indoor use, but if you're going to use this outdoors, you are going to be disappointed. A lot of reflections. It needs to be really bright, which it is not, so it's quite hard to make out if you're in the sun there with it. Battery life is okay and decent. The build quality is all right. The price point of around about, well, just under $200 US is okay, but it feels like it should be a little bit cheaper. And I do hope that, like other brands of more affordable tablets, that Alldocube starts to focus on getting that widevine level 1 cert. I know that Doogie is doing it now, and even TechTablets does have a widevine level cert with some of their newer tablets, and something they do need to get onto, because otherwise it's not a bad tablet for what is on offer here. So thank you so much for watching my review of the iPlay 50 Pro from Alldocube.